hackers! Welcome to the new video where we are going to hack Reflected XSS into HTML context with a nothing encoded lab from Web Security Academy and powered by Portswigger. So this lab contains a simple reflected cross-site scripting vulnerability in the search functionality. So in this case, our attack is going to be in the search input. And to solve the lab, all what we have to do is to make XSS attack that calls alert function. Before moving forward, guys, we are not going to use Burp Suite in this attack, but we are going to use inspector tool. So if you're not familiar with inspector tool, so to open it, all what we have to do is to click right on the page and then go to the inspect. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and let's start. And here we go, guys. So the first step, I'm going to open the inspector over here. So let's click right and then go to inspect. And here we go. So in here we have several of tools we can use. We have the console, debugger, network, and much more. So in this attack, I'm going to base to inspector and also to the console. So let me explain to you what we have to do to solve the lab. So this is the console where I can run a JavaScript code. And to solve the lab, I have to run an alert function, and it's a predefined and JavaScript programming language. So let me show you an example. So let's go to the console over here, and then let me say alert over here. And here we go, and I'm going to say popo, and now I'm going to press enter. And as you can see in here, I see a pop-up in here with a message equal to popo. And this is what's my XSS attack going to base for. So let me close this one and let me go to the inspector in here. And now my attack is going to be in the search bar. So one of the basic rules in cybersecurity that you ever trust the input that came from the user, which means anything can happen in this input, so we can easily manipulate it. So first, let's test this search input and see how it works. So let me scroll down and see the items in here. As you can see, we have several of blogs over here. So let me copy this title and let me search for this one. Let me go up and let me paste it over here and let me search. And here we go, guys. So the search works fine, and as you can see, I get the item that I wanted. And as you can see in here, we have one, so this is absolutely a dynamic variable here, which is counting the items of the result. And definitely I only have one items back. So we have a dynamic variable here, and then we have this text, we have a search results for, and then I got the input that I already wrote over here. So let me discover it. So I can just search it line by line from the HTML code, or I can just click on this icon and then navigate to this title. And here we go. Now let me scroll. And as you can see, guys, over here, you can see that I have one search and then I have the input. So here I can recognize that everything I'm going to write in here is going to appear between the H1 tag. So let me try to manipulate it and let me add another tag over here. So let's say tag P, which means a paragraph, and let me say popo. And let me close this tag and let me search in here. And here we go. Now you can see I have 0 search results, so the dynamic value in here is 0. And then you can see that the design changed, and you can see that popo got to the new line. So let me discover it in the code and see what just happened over here. And as you can see, the P tag added successfully between the H1 tags. So here means anything that I'm going to write, it's not going to be filtered, and I can manipulate it, and maybe I can write a JavaScript code. So let me try to write a JavaScript code. So if you're not familiar how to write a JavaScript code in HTML, all what we have to do is to write script tag. So let's see an example over here. Let's go to the header, maybe we will find it. So you can see it in here. So this is a JavaScript code. You can see we have script, then resource of JavaScript file in here. So I'm going to use a similar to this tag. So let's say script tag. Let me just close it. Now I'm going to run the alert predefined function. So let's say alert over here. So between double quotes, because I'm going to return a string, let's say hello Popo, and let me search. And here we go, guys, and now we successfully run it, a JavaScript code into an HTML, and as you can see, I got back a pop-up returns hello Popo message. So let me discover it in here and see what just happened. And here we go. Now you can see that I added successfully script code over here. So you may ask how XSS can be dangerous if you're just going to run some random JavaScript code. So in real life attack, you're not going to use it like this, but let's see something important in here. As you can see in a search, guys, you can see that I have the JavaScript code over here in the request itself. So definitely I can just copy all this link and send it to my target, where I can just easily get access to his storage variable. So in here I can access to his cookies, I can access to his local storage, I can access to his session storage, where I can find the sessions, where I'm able to get my target session, where I'm going to be able to connect using his account. So this is how XSS attack is dangerous. So guys, we finally solved the lab. Please, if you liked my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and if you have any question or need any help, please put it in the comment below. And stay tuned to the next videos.